Well, I was trying a little experiment trying to modify. This is a concealed carry vest, and that one's a concealed carry vest too. They got this like hooky little snap with a little Velcro elastic thing inside. Elastic thing that holds the barrel of the weapon, and it's got a pouch for, magazines, right? I didn't like that because I says that's not very secure, and it's not, it doesn't hold the weapon in there right, So I was trying to, what I'd probably have to do is get some other pistol versus, the one problem with this is a pretty good one for concealed carry in a lot of cases, but it's got this hammer on it, that sticks out, so you can use it single action and all that type of stuff. Well, of course, it's unloaded. I checked it 20 times already. And I was trying this one, the 1911. I put this smaller size slide on it, the Commander slide, whatever the hell it is. It really, the biggest problem is this type of hammer. So I threw the little Beretta 22 in there, Bobcat, and of course that fits. But what I did was I took this Speedy Stitcher oil. I like this because it's got that tip-up barrel. You can always check if it's empty or not. I took the Speedy Stitcher oil, and I took a regular, instead of like a Kydex holster, I just put a few stitches. It's a regular holster, and I stuck the end of the holster in where they'd want the barrel of the pistol to go, so it's secure that way. And I just put a few stitches with the Speedy Stitcher oil right through here, so there's like a holster in here. So you can put this on, and then you don't even need to snap it shut, but you could snap it shut. Probably needs a smaller, thinner frame pistol or something, but I could get something like that. But with the cheaper holster in there, it'll fit a lot of different pistols. It's not leather, so it's not going to rot. It's breathable. It's not going to fill up with water. That kind of garbage. So you can actually spray this down with some kind of stuff here. I'll show you what I mean. Some of this barricade, right? So when you put the weapon in there, it'll have like lubricant all over this thing. Your holster. So when you put it in there, you'll get a coat of like barricade on there. Because I think one of the problems you have is if you ever get the thing wet. I probably don't want to use any of these weapons anyway for that, because they got bluing on them. Probably want to get something that's mainly a polymer frame. But this is a much better way to make these concealed. That's like a, $15, $20 holster. It's got a thing over it that you can snap it shut, but I don't need that. I mean, it's got another snap here for crying out loud, plus it's in a pocket. It ain't going nowhere, man. So the 22 fits in there. This would fit okay if it didn't have this spur type hammer. If it had the rounded type hammer, that spur gets caught on there, so whatever. But it goes to show you don't really need any specialized junk with, you can get a cheaper holster because it's in the pocket itself, so it's got some security. Plus, this will be button shut from the inside right there with this button right to this button right here, and buttons on the outside. I mean, ain't gonna be really going anywhere, but I need something a little thinner and a little smaller. So, but this would work, but that's only a 22, and also it's got bluing on it, so I don't want to use anything with bluing. It get rusty or something. But just pointing out that you can make this Speedy Stitcher oil is pretty cool. I've made a lot of like boot knife holders with it and stuff like that. I got right here, boot knife holders right there, and so now you make something where you can make your own holster inside your concealed carry vest or whatever. These concealed carry vests are kind of hokey for just by themselves. You got to put something in there to, brace up the hoo-yah that's in there, It's like you just can't, I really can't imagine just throwing a pistol in here and having a barrel down this little elastic thing that's right here, you know, it's not very secure, for crying out loud. And also, you know, I'd rather have something where it kind of covers up the trigger guard too. That's another reason I like pistols with safeties on them, because, or carry one with, like in this case with the 45, you would carry it with the hammer down, or I don't like one, you don't carry it in the chamber, but you know, I just like something with a safety. That's one reason I don't like Glock, man. I mean, I know pistols don't have safeties on them, but I really don't like pistols for that reason too much, you know. I like something with a safety on it. It doesn't really, I'm talking about for personal use. Now, of course, if you were using this as your backup gun and you're in combat, I definitely would be saying that safety is going to be off. I don't even care about the safety, because you want to use it, you know what I'm saying, right? I mean, that's just my personal opinion. I always like that extra margin of safety. Of course, you always double check stuff, but that's not bad, you know. You put a few stitches in there, and you got a real holster that goes in there. Now, the only thing is I got to find something a little thinner, and something, or if it's a revolver, it's a hammerless double action only revolver, which will probably work pretty good too. So, you know, if it's all smooth over here, it won't catch this part. So, but that's more that you could do with that Speedy Stitcher wall. That damn thing is really good, man. I've actually, you know, I've sewn zippers, not in this pocket, but on those pockets. I sewn some Velcro in here, I think on one of these pockets right here, and it's got Velcro, see? I've sewn some Velcro, I think, on this one too, or some other ones I did. Some zippers on the jackets, marine grade zippers and stuff. And of course I did all the boot knife holders, repaired my Jeep tops with them, or Suzuki chops, put these zippers in here, see, these real heavy duty zippers. And now I put a holster in here. And it's good if you need to make, you know, something extra with this, or maybe you need to modify this, where maybe the magazines are too loose in there or something. You can just put a few stitches in it so one magazine fits in there nice and tight or something, you know, whatever. So, it's a good setup, man. Anyway, over and out. Just want to point out some of these cheap things I do that don't cost a lot of money. I already had that holster laying around. I don't really freaking use it for nothing. It's really a belt holster. It's not a concealed carry holster, but it'll work fine with that. You know, I could even modify it where I can open it up more down this side, then stitch it off over here so, you know, it pulls out of there easier. But it depends on what type of weapon I would want to carry anyway, so how to modify it. But considering there's a holster inside a concealed carry pocket, that's making it, you know, the weapon's not going to fall out, you know what I mean? It's in there pretty solid. Okay, over and out.